Hello, my name's Tara Milton. I play bass for 5:30 and write the odd song here and there, and eat lots of gravel and try and sing. Thank you.
I'm Paul. I live in a shoebox. I play guitar, write a few of the other songs.
Hi, my name's Phil. I'm the drummer with 5:30. We're going to tell you all about our songs and our history.
Profound. Got started when I was 15 at school, but it wasn't with these two. It was with two other people.
I was kind of hanging around.
Paul was at school and he was like a year above me or something. I thought, he looks fairly deep. And still waiting to find out whether he is.
I heard a sound come rushing in, and then a voice exclaimed that he had found the secret. I look around, I'm all alone, and all at once I know the sound is mine, so I can keep it. Oh, I know just where I'm coming from, I know just where I've been, though I never knew before, I may never ever know again.
Well, like Paul and I played for about a year, 2 years, on and off, as regularly as we could, because we lived about 40 miles apart. And then we decided that we wanted to make a more sort of tangible commitment to the band. So we moved to London and gave up our jobs, what they were worth, and moved to Charlotte Street, which is in the West End of London. This was 1989. In the meantime, Keith, the old drummer, decided that he wasn't prepared to make the commitment of moving to London, and literally 2-3 days, even maybe a week later,
after,
Phil moved into the same bedsit.
Just like the room below us and heard us. We were just like all day just jumping up and down and tapping our feet and trying to write songs and stuff. And
Yeah.
he came up and
he came up and he said he liked us because he thought we sounded a bit like the House Martins, which is really embarrassing.
Oh, I know just where I'm coming from, I know just where I've been, though I never knew before, I may never ever know again. My second bliss is just the dawn of a dream, in words I'm shouting in, colors I've never seen. I'm turning into someone else, I'm turning into my own self, I'm turning into. I'm on the outside looking in, like a disciple who is sin, I'm turning into.
We started off and all we really wanted to be was a mod band, and that was just because of like the way of life as much as anything, and the clothes and stuff. But unfortunately, to be a mod band, you've got to be pretty sharp musicians. So in the early days, we dressed like mods, but really we were a punk band because we weren't good enough virtuosos to be a mod band. And then it developed, and we got into funkadelic and all the R&B and all those English bands like the Who and the Kinks and the Small Faces and the Yardbirds and as I say, the modern way of life, all relating to the Beat Generation writers and stuff like that, really suited us. It was really important. It was my life when I was a mod. Totally all-consuming thing. But you can only physically be a mod while you're a teenager, I think. So it's like, now we're ex-mods, ex-teenagers.
Sitting outside in the morning, waiting for the sun to come down. I can see the anger through my window. Laser red wakes me from my sleep. Good morning, Mr. Daydream. How are you today? Are you too tired to answer or too ignorant to say? You don't like my company, you don't like me at all. You'd rather I was gone from here. You don't need love, you just need love.
Essentially, the songs on the album are simplistic pop songs. They're not complicated chordal structures or anything. I think they're something that most novices could learn to do in a relatively short time. maybe some of the guitar parts are quite difficult. I don't play the guitar, so I don't. I know the bass lines are easy enough.
Songs are paintings, never bought a regime down. No songs and paintings, ever bought a regime down. I will always be chaotic, free moving, unruly, all the things that you feel. Automatic for breakfast, torrential wages. To you, I'll be reckless, though sincere.
I think Strange Kind of Urgency, Paul wrote it, and it's very much a reflection of how we were when we were teenagers and stuff. And I think he used like a lot of the not standard sort of saying like, you know, you build me doors so I can knock them down, and like the mod, there's a guy called Irish Jack who was like Quadrophenia, the hero of Quadrophenia. It's the model that Townsend used to write around. Was his like famous phrase was like, you know, we walk through doors, even closed ones, or something like. Just you know, used a lot of that classic mod imagery, I think, in that song. You know, teen sort of angst. Quite simple.
It's kind of like
you know.
exercising all that for me. That song. It's probably like the last song.
Yeah.
Right in that vein. It's like that's as far as I could ever take that.
Because that's
it's like a postcard in time for me, and now onto
it's a
new
bit more
pastures, you know.
self-development now.
Yeah.
That was a bit of a tip of the cap to that scene, I think.
It's kind of like goodbye, you know. Here's the me now.
A compassionate
real me now,
farewell.
I get this feeling, it's a strange kind of urgency. I want this feeling, it's a strange kind of urgency. I love this feeling, strange kind of urgency. I die for this feeling, strange kind of urgency. I trip but I was flavor of the moon, but all the signs were sorry we're out to lunch. I'm so confused today has been postponed until another day.
The song Ultimatums, it starts off like really like wallowing in self-pity and everyone's sucked emotion out of me, and it ends up as a farce, you know. It's like ends up just talking about some demented guy throwing his cigarettes around the, you know, garden and jumping around the bird bath or whatever he's doing, and that's, you know, that's how it is really. It's like, I think our greatest faculty is well, not our greatest, but one of them is that, you know, we realise that it's possible to, at the end of the day, it's like you've just got to laugh about it. You can't do anything else if you want to go on, you know. But it's good to acknowledge it and then make light of it. Really, you know, we don't want any kids like suiciding out to 530 Records. We want them to go and live because of it. I'm a great believer in live music. That's the ultimate experience in music. It's playing live and having that immediate physical contact with your audience. So as long as you're shit hot live, it doesn't matter.
No.
It doesn't matter what you do on vinyl. It doesn't matter how many effects you use. But sooner or later, it's nice to represent what you are live on vinyl really well.
sudden quirk, you're up into the sun, but the sun can't save you. It's not seen, you get out to get in. It's a shipping utopia, but I would rather see. Abstain, boy, girl, baby, you can do it too. I left my heart on the pavement for pedestrians like you. Abstain, boy, girl, baby, you can do it too. My hand went to the mountain to moving stuff from you. My words are only conjecture, they're just a passing gesture. I should not need to explain. I hope we mean more to you than a lecture. You said that we're all party jesters. I said, don't you laugh in vain. You said, oh, babe, let yourself go. Have yourself a good time. Watch yourself grow. Outstanding boy, girl, baby, you can do it too. I left my heart on the pavement for pedestrians like you. Outstanding boy, girl, baby, you can do it too. My hand went to the mountain to moving stuff from you. Outstanding boy, girl, baby, you can do it too. I left my heart on the pavement for pedestrians like you.
I like to feel that if you're gonna like do something that's like ultimately important, you've got to like use music for the full scope of the medium that it offers. You know, and it's like the sense at the end of the day, it's the most important art form in the world. You know, contemporary rock music, simply because it means, or at least in the Western Hemisphere, should I say, simply because that's what the youth dig. You know.